Gretchen Rubin, The Four Tendencies, the indispensable personality profiles that reveal how to make your life better, and other people's lives better, too. Do you sometimes struggle to understand why certain tasks seem easy for others, yet daunting for you? The secret lies in understanding the four tendencies, a concept introduced by Gretchen Rubin in her book, The Four Tendencies. These tendencies are based on how we respond to our inner and outer expectations, and are categorized into upholders, questioners, obligers, and rebels. Discovering your tendency and those of others around you can shed light on your strengths, weaknesses, and compatibility, giving you insight into how to live a more productive and confident life.
The Four Tendencies for Better Self-Knowledge. When people say they don't have the time for something, they are using a common excuse. Most people struggle with expectations, and Gretchen Rubin's The Four Tendencies explain why. The four tendencies are upholders, questioners, obligers, and rebels. Upholders meet both inner and outer expectations well, while questioners question both types. Obligers deal well with outside expectations but struggle with self-imposed ones. Rebels push against both. Knowing a person's tendency can help gain insight into nature. This is a vital tool for a person to become a more productive and confident individual. Understanding upholders. Upholders are individuals who thrive on meeting expectations and following rules. They are reliable, productive, and fond of schedules and to-do lists. Although this tendency comes with its share of challenges, upholders find satisfaction in living a disciplined life. Gretchen Rubin, an upholder herself, writes about the upholder tendency in her book. Upholders are individuals who effortlessly meet expectations placed on them by society and themselves. They structure their lives with schedules and to-do lists to ensure they take care of their work and personal tasks. Upholders thrive on meeting expectations and following rules, which brings them satisfaction and a sense of freedom. However, upholders can become so focused on following the rules that they end up blindly adhering to them without asking questions, which can lead to harmful consequences. Upholders are also less likely to embrace change and may struggle with tightening habits that become controlling in their lives. Overall, upholders are reliable and productive individuals who strive to live a disciplined life. Although there are challenges, upholders find satisfaction in meeting expectations and following rules, bringing a sense of freedom to their lives. Managing upholders, tips and insight. Upholders excel under clear expectations and self-starting conditions, making them great workers and managers. However, they face challenges in delegating, adjusting to change, and can become impatient with others who don't share their trait. Upholders' spouses and partners need to exercise patience, understanding, and provide the necessary guidance to ease upholders' potential frustrations. Upholders are reliable and thrive under clear instructions, leading them to excel in work that requires self-management and discipline. They value promptness, accuracy, and meeting expectations. Their competence means they require little to no micromanagement, yet their difficulty in delegating tasks and adjusting to changes in routines can lead to mounting work. It's important to give them precise instructions and maintain established routines, but also provide room to air any difficulties they encounter. As much as their resolute nature ensures good results, upholders harbor a potent fear of making mistakes. Those predisposed to the trait are quick to beat themselves up over small mistakes. Being defensive or aggrieved by errors can lead to becoming upset and hostile. They often have trouble understanding why not everyone is as dutiful as they are, making them impatient with those who fall short of expectations. The people closest to upholders need to exercise patience and understanding. Suggesting a plan without proper planning or making a sudden change is not advisable. Allowing them to have a say in your decisions may reduce their anxiety while subtly pushing them toward what is or isn't possible. Upholders can, therefore, be managed and nurtured this way while coping with their innate traits. Understanding the questioner personality type. The questioner personality type is known for their skepticism towards rules and the desire to question everything. While it may be exhausting to deal with them, their nature can make them valuable to organizations that want to stay on the cutting edge. However, their skepticism can also lead to analysis paralysis. Dealing with questioners. Questioners are people who tend to ask a lot of questions and seek logical reasoning behind everything. If you want to give them a task, be precise in your reasoning and justification to avoid follow-up questions. However, questioners don't like being questioned about their motives or reasoning. They tend to feel insulted and prefer to share their knowledge. Questioners are best suited for research-heavy roles and auditing jobs, but they may struggle with positions that require quick decision-making. Fixing the obliger imbalance. The largest group of people in society often put others before themselves, leading to the neglect of their own needs. These people are known as obligers, who have no problem meeting external expectations but struggle with internal ones. However, the solution to this imbalance lies in turning those internal expectations into external ones. By creating outside accountability, obligers can finally meet their own inner expectations. Whether it's imagining company coming over, signing up for a class, or threatening to be charged a fee, accountability helps obligers take action and prioritize their own needs. Overcoming obliger-frustration. Obligers experience the most distress among the four tendencies. They find it hard to prioritize themselves and often self-sabotage in small and big ways. Rebellion and resignation become inevitabilities when their frustration peaks. The book proposes external accountability as a way to break this vicious cycle. It encourages obligers to understand their natural instinct and get help setting up external checks. This way, they can finally focus on themselves without feeling guilty or ashamed. Understanding rebels. Rebels resist expectations but can be motivated with choices based on consequences. The rebel is the fourth tendency in Gretchen Rubin's The Four Tendencies. This group makes up the smallest of the four tendencies and is all about individuality. They resist meeting outside expectations and even resist their own expectations. The rebels are all about being unique and rejecting anything considered an expectation. Rebels love to defy assumptions and prove people wrong. Although they hate being bossed around, they can work hard. However, it is essential to frame things in a way that makes rebels feel like they are the ones making the decision. Dealing with a rebel can be challenging as a parent, teacher, or boss. Giving rebels any sort of direct order is not a good idea, as they love their freedom. Instead, providing them with details, explaining potential consequences, and offering them the freedom to make their own choice will lead to a better outcome. Therefore, options like, "Let's meet up next week," should be replaced with, "Let's meet when you feel like it. I have next week off so that works for me." Meeting expectations as a rebel. Rebels can struggle to meet their own expectations due to their distaste for conformity. However, there are ways to align their goals with their identity to achieve success. By making healthy habits or work tasks a central part of their identity, rebels can overcome their desire to resist. Play acting or using an anti-corporation angle can also help rebels commit to their goals. Another way to set expectations is by making a bet, as rebels love a challenge. Regardless of the approach, aligning expectations with their authentic selves can help rebels overcome inner resistance. Four Tendencies for Better Understanding. The Four Tendencies by Gretchen Rubin explains how understanding our personality type can help us in both personal and professional life. It highlights that the four tendencies shouldn't be seen as limiting categories, but rather as a tool to recognize our strengths and weaknesses. The book also emphasizes that any tendency can produce a great leader. The author suggests that knowing our tendency can help us understand ourselves, our partners, co-workers, bosses, and family members. The Four Tendencies cheat sheet consists of upholders, questioners, obligers, and rebels, each with different preferences. By recognizing these tendencies, we can foster better relationships and work toward our goals effectively. Ultimately, understanding ourselves better is the key to finding happiness.
Grasping the four tendencies, upholder, questioner, obliger, and rebel, can help you develop a deeper understanding of your own personality and aid in interacting with others more effectively. Recognizing your category and the ones that describe the people around you can be valuable in navigating relationships, both personal and professional, and understanding how to best approach various situations. Remember, no one category is superior or guarantees more success or happiness than the others. What matters most is leveraging this knowledge to create a better understanding of yourself and the expectations you face, ultimately leading to a more fulfilling life.